A few times he asked me to meet him outside the club. The first time I said no, and then after that I did go out with him dancing and partying. I then started to see him more often, and I was thinking I was having a relationship with him. This became a sexual relationship. Not long after that, I felt like I was in love with him.
Mark Perry was a man on the move. A few years earlier, he'd been working security at a suburban hotel, but now he was fast becoming a player in Melbourne's drug scene. An arrest for drug trafficking in the late 1990s did little to slow him down. He was ambitious and building his network in a city awash with party drugs at the time. To Penny, Mark was good company and very free with his money and drugs, supplying her with cocaine and ecstasy.
When I was first going out with him, it was the first time in my life I have taken drugs. He gave me ecstasy and we had a lot of fun. I didn't even know what ecstasy was and he told me to try it.
The stripper took to Mark's drug-fueled lifestyle with gusto. But in 2000, the pace of this new life and the uncertainty of their relationship took their toll.
I had a breakdown from taking too much drugs, and the relationship with Mark was always up and down. I was working as a stripper. I may have looked like a slut in my job, but I was very loyal to him, and he knew that too. I did not fuck around. Mark was right into drugs, and he had many girls, always Asian.
Penny kept hoping that Mark would give up his drug business and start a family with her. But if anything, his life of crime was just ramping up.
It was no hope, and I was stupid thinking that he could live a normal life. I didn't realize that he was full-time.
You fucking dopey cunts!
I thought he would move on, but he didn't.
In December 2001, with her relationship with Perry in ruins, Penny returned to Thailand for 6 months. During this time, she met Chusak, the man who accompanied her to the hotel on the night she was attacked. When she returned to Melbourne in May 2002, she caught up with Mark a couple of times, but only as friends, she claimed in 2009.
When I came back to Australia in May 2002, I started to think very silly things, like I had always been faithful to Mark, and being upset, I wanted to be different. I wanted to be not a good girl. By this, I mean I didn't want to be in a relationship with a man, to have sex and not get intimate with somebody. I didn't realize that I would pay a huge price for having sex with a monster.
On the next episode of The Trials of the Vampire, Shane is charged with raping Penny. His supporters rally, but even their confidence in his innocence is shaken by what the cops uncover. Shane must explain some bizarre and highly suspicious conduct after he left Penny in the Hotel Seville in the early hours of August 17, 2002.
At about 6:10, the hostess asked me if I was interested in a bondage booking. He told me his name was Shane. He was very forthright in his request for very specific and extreme bondage role-playing.
And we go deeper into the earlier encounters between Shane and Penny in the weeks before the mysterious events in room 307.
He then put a pillow in my face. He was doing it softly but held it there for 1 or 2 minutes. He then said to me, "It's good, isn't it? You don't know what's going to happen to you."
The Trials of the Vampire is a Podcast One production. Executive producer is Grant Tothill. Producer, writer and narrator is Adam Shand. Editing, mixing and original music score is by Matt Nikolic. Research by Nicole Gunn. Additional research by Alison Caldwell. Associate producer is Carly Humby.
A Podcast One production.
The following production includes explicit language and deals with adult themes. Parental guidance is advised for those under 15 years.
Hello and welcome, I'm Adam Shand and this is episode 4 of The Trials of the Vampire. Last time we began to examine the alleged sexual assault of Penny in August 2002. She accused her male escort Shane Chartres Abbott of the crime. The motive, she claimed, was simple, an argument over the payment for his services, yet the punishment was extreme. She was tied to the bed, strangled, beaten about the head, slashed with a small blade, raped vaginally and anally. Her hands and buttocks were scalded with a hot liquid, and most shockingly, her tongue was partially amputated with some kind of implement, possibly even a bottle opener from the hotel. Chartres Abbott was a monster.